it's clear by looking as the data is presented, there's slightly a difference between cities and towns, and the percent growth. Portsmouth's getting hammered when it comes to a percent growth, and understand that there's always more we can do. But I think helping the state understand where we are growing. I was looking as our city planner Nick Cracknell put some numbers together. We've approved over the last 6 years 1,750 new applications for building permits. So 90% of those are multifamily. So there's some desire, in cities we have the ability, we have sewer, we have all these things that make that possible. So we understand that that's something that we need to lead on. But I was looking on that, and I'm thinking as a leader in Portsmouth, how can I get other municipalities around to help kind of join this? Where can we share some synergies around that? But one thing that kind of stood out to me, and I want to share it because data is great, and it's difficult to think about data without thinking about all the stories. And I don't want to drag this down to anecdotal, but I'm going to, I guess. So when I saw that our population is not growing and our house pricing is, one takeaway that it could be restrictive. Another takeaway, one that I hear all the time, is I can't afford my taxes. Now, if you look over the last few years in Portsmouth, our budget has remained largely consistent in terms of our contracts with basically employee cost of COLA adjustments, cost of living adjustments. That's where our largest increases are coming from. When that happens, so our budget goes up, 2 to 4% a year. 2 to 4% increase year over year. That's tough for somebody to absorb, from a fixed income standpoint. And there's reasons, we're getting more from the state in terms of retirement, and I could go on and on. We don't get our fair share of rooms and meals. That's not this conversation for tonight. But what is this conversation is how we assess properties, and that's the similar home sale value. So your house can go up 20%, 25%. I'm really worried what COVID has done to Portsmouth in terms of the valuations that we're going to see. So housing prices are going to go up. People will not be able to afford that, and they sell to people that are fleeing other areas. And spoiler alert on this in terms of workforce, COVID has changed dramatically how people and where people can work. So the pressure that we think we feel right now, I don't have good news for you. It's going to be more and more pressure on municipalities that have great services. And Drew, you don't have to flatter me. I love Portsmouth. It was nice of you to open with that. But there's a lot of people that want to move to Portsmouth. That places a pressure on Portsmouth, and still we want to accommodate that. But I want folks to understand that when we do accommodate that, it increases the home values that people see. It draws more people here. It puts a different pressure on folks. And although we've had all of these building permits, and many of them have come to fruition, thinking the West End Yards, and I'm thinking of these opportunities to grow more here, it creates a system of, well, I thought if we built, we were going to solve all this. I thought if we built in Portsmouth, we were going to get lower cost of housing. And the market is not there to be able to do that. If you can build a house for $400,000 and that's your all-in cost, you're certainly not going to sell it for $300,000. And you're likely in this market to be able to sell it for $1 million. And so my view of this is, how do we not be more restrictive, but how do we use zoning to enact the things that we want? And in Portsmouth, I grew up in a town that was economically diverse. It didn't go all the way back to the 80s, but I've seen some changes. And when people talk about old Portsmouth, and they do that a lot here, what they're talking about is a scrappy seaport town that was kind of built by the Navy Yard that had more economic diversity in it. That's what people want. And when I think of zoning, is how do I capture that given the market pressures that we have? And how do I get more of my neighbors to realize that the character that we want, that we're yearning for, is that diverse community, and getting some of our neighbors through leading on this, but to join us in having more opportunity to create more opportunities for more neighbors. And that's really my takeaway and thoughts of that. I did enjoy it. Thank you.